Imagine you are stuck in rush hour traffic, staring blankly at the massive 18-wheeler stopped directly in front of you. Have you ever noticed that heavy metal bar hanging just below the back of the trailer? What exactly is that piece of steel doing there? Is it just a rusty stepladder to help the driver climb into the back? A heavy-duty bumper to protect the truck from scratching a loading dock? Or maybe some kind of counterweight to keep the trailer balanced on the highway? Welcome to Simple Why. Today, we are looking at a quiet piece of metal hiding in plain sight, and its dark history will completely change how you view your morning commute. For years, millions of drivers have stared at this simple bar without realizing it is the solution to a terrifying physics problem. When a standard passenger car crashes into a solid wall, the front crumple zones and airbags absorb the energy to keep the passenger safe. But crashing into the back of a semi-truck creates a deadly exception. A truck sits much higher off the ground than a car. At a speed of just 30 miles per hour, the front of your car slides entirely under the trailer, making your crumple zones and airbags completely useless. Imagine wearing the most expensive advanced motorcycle helmet in the world, but someone swings a baseball bat directly at your unprotected neck. The car is the helmet, but the steel edge of the trailer is aiming straight for the windshield. What if I told you that this hanging metal bar was not designed to protect the truck at all, but rather to protect you? The truth is, that bar is an underride guard, and it was born out of a shocking Hollywood tragedy. Truckers often call it the Mansfield Bar. On June 29, 1967, iconic Hollywood actress Jane Mansfield was riding in a Buick Electra when it rear-ended a tractor-trailer. The car slid right under the truck, instantly tearing off the roof and killing her. The public outrage was so intense that the United States government immediately passed a law forcing every heavy truck to install these heavy steel guards. The bar acts as a shield, forcing the trailer to hit the car's crumple zones instead of slicing through the cabin. It is amazing how a tragic accident transformed a simple piece of metal into a universal lifesaver right in front of us on the highway. But hiding just a few feet away, right behind the tires of your own car, is a shiny metal disc covered in deliberately placed holes, holding a bizarre secret from the racetrack. What exactly are they doing there? Is it just a sleek aesthetic choice to make the car look aggressive and sporty? Did the manufacturer drill them out to save a few pounds of cheap steel? Or are they simply acting as a built-in fan to keep the metal cool? Most people assume it is just a standard heat ventilation system. To understand those holes, we have to look at the terrifying physics of bringing a speeding 2-ton vehicle to a dead stop. When you slam on the brakes, mechanical clamps squeeze tightly against that spinning metal disc. This action forces your vehicle's forward kinetic energy to instantly transform into pure thermal energy. Under heavy, aggressive braking, a disc can reach a staggering 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It gets so unbelievably hot that it literally glows bright red inside the wheel well. Back in the mid-20th century, on fierce and competitive endurance racetracks, this immense heat created a deadly mechanical problem. Early brake pads were manufactured using organic compounds and heavy resins. When professional race car drivers slammed on the brakes at top speeds, the intense, glowing temperatures caused those resins to instantly vaporize, aggressively releasing a thick layer of high-pressure hot gas. Because the brake discs back then were completely flat and smooth, this rapidly expanding gas had absolutely nowhere to go. It formed a highly pressurized, invisible cushion perfectly trapped between the brake pad and the metal disc. It functioned exactly like turning on a tabletop air hockey game. Just like a plastic puck gliding frictionlessly over a continuous cushion of blowing air, the brake pads simply floated over the metal. The driver would press the pedal with all their strength, but the brakes would completely fail to grip, causing a terrifying, helpless, and often fatal condition known as brake fade. The truth is, those precise holes were not originally designed to cool the brakes down at all. They were aggressively drilled to act as an exhaust pipe for that trapped gas. Engineers quickly realized that punching holes straight through the solid metal gave the vaporized resin an instant escape route. The gas was vented away, finally allowing the pad to bite down hard onto the disc once again. Today, modern chemical and material science has advanced so much that our everyday brake pads no longer vaporize and create that dangerous gas. Yet the holes stayed as a quiet mechanical ghost of the past because they accidentally solved two entirely different modern problems. If you are driving down the highway in a heavy, blinding rainstorm, a flat brake disc becomes coated in water, acting as a slippery lubricant. Those holes act exactly like the deep rubber treads on your tires, giving the water an instant escape path so the brakes can grip immediately without slipping. Furthermore, they naturally shed excess heavy cast iron. Removing this unsprung weight makes the car's suspension lighter, much more responsive, and easier to handle around tight corners. Thus, the crude iron bar we see every day is not simply a lifeless piece of metal. It is the result of valuable history lessons. A silent shield protecting millions of families behind the wheel. Life around us is always like that. The greatest things are sometimes hidden in the most ordinary and simple details. Hopefully, from today, whenever you're driving alongside large trucks, you'll look at that side barrier with gratitude, and more importantly, always maintain a safe distance for yourself. If you found this video interesting and helpful, please support Simple Why with a like and a subscription. Don't forget to leave a comment about other ordinary things you'd like us to explore in the next video. Thank you for watching, goodbye, and see you again